God that wants to live inside you, they now give you a handkerchief. So God will live in a handkerchief instead of you, so that you can use the handkerchief to contact God. What an insult. The Bible tells us, I will live in them, I will walk in them, I will be their God, they shall be my sons and daughters. I'd like you to tell your neighbor, God is domiciled on your inside. And ladies and gentlemen, it's not in you for some time, he will abide in you. If you're catching my flow, shout, I hear. So the dream of God has always been to live in a man. So in interpreting scripture, every scripture must be interpreted in the light of Christ. We know that the Son of God has come and has given us, and that means our understanding of God is via the binoculars of Christ. That means if you read the scriptures anywhere and you don't find Christ, you didn't read. The Bible is the book of Jesus. Let me repeat. The Bible is the book of Jesus. Let me repeat. The Bible is a theology. The theology of the Bible is Christology. Without Christology, we have no theology. If you don't know Jesus, you don't know God. Jesus is God. Jesus is not God's errand boy. Jesus is not junior God. Jesus is not God's messenger. Jesus is not God's assistant. Jesus did not come to explain God. Jesus is God explaining himself. Ayadaba. Jesus, Ayadobe here, is the express image of God. That is to say, Jesus is the image of the invisible God. So God is invisible, immortal, invisible, but Jesus is the image. When you have invisible and image, it is no more invisible. Because if you are invisible, no image. If you have image, you are not invisible. Which means Jesus gives visibility to the invisible. That is to say, to see God, you see Jesus. If you miss Jesus, you miss God. No one can come to the Father but by... Am I teaching tonight? Matthew 11:27. Put it up for me. Matthew 11:27. Please stay with me. Can we all read together with our trem anointed voices? Very loud. 1, 2, go. All things are delivered unto me of my Father, and no man knoweth the Son but the Father. Neither knoweth any man the Father save the Son, and he to whomsoever the Son will reveal. So the Son is the revelation of the Father. If you miss the Son, you miss the Father. What the Son does, the Father does. What Jesus doesn't do, God never does. Hebrews 1:1-3. Hebrews, stay with me. God, who at sundry times and in diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets. Next verse. Have in these last days spoken. He has spoken. There are no new speakings. God has spoken. Let the church say amen. God is not going to speak. God has spoken. No new revelation. Jesus is the revelation of the Father. Ayadobe Shakayada has spoken unto us by his Son.